Studiosetstage, Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq.
Hey, we're back, guys. Awesome. Another week. Great show on tap for you. Have we lied to you yet?
Have we lied to you yet? I had to say it again because, look, we have been on fire all Black History Month, Black History Year,
Black History Year 365. Hey, guys.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but we're so glad that you made it back for another great episode.
That's right, guys. And so listen, you guys watching us, yes, we are here on YouTube.
Yes.
Be sure to hit the little red bell so you get all the notifications every time we release a new content, a new show,
Yes.
new episode. Like you just cannot miss any episodes of the show. You just can't do it, man.
Yes. Hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like, follow, subscribe. Check us out. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Mhm.
We're on Spotify. We're also on radio.com app.
Yeah, we're
And
everywhere, guys.
look,
everywhere.
There's no excuse.
And if you can't watch, guys, you also, like he said, you can just take us with you wherever you
Yes.
go. You're in the car, you picking up the baby, you're on the way to the concert. I hope not during the pandemic,
You get some gas,
but yeah,
whatever.
you can just catch up,
Yeah.
and like I always say, you can level up also, guys. So
Right.
listen, don't forget, you can email us, studiosetstage@gmail.com.
Yes.
Again, many of you have already taken that email, so we appreciate all the correspondence that you guys have just been sending us. It's really cool, right?
Yes. Thank you so much for the responses. We definitely
Mhm.
appreciate it. Thank you for checking out our website,
Yes.
studiosetstage.com. Our shop. We have the shirts. We have the gear.
We got the merch for you guys.
Yes.
Listen, if
Studio Set Stage.
you're in this lifestyle, you're part of this brand.
Yes.
Even if you support our show, Studio Set Stage with Cynthia Mallard and Marq Dean.
Yes.
You are Studio Set Stage.
Yes.
Don't sit there and be like, I don't know if I relate to that.
Right.
Do your child go to some type of recital or
Yes.
was going to a recital? Then you are Studio Set Stage, you and your child.
Yes, indeed. If you are in the arts, if you are in entertainment, if you just are a fan, if you just love it, I christen you. You are a Studio Set Stager, guys. So,
Rep your game. Rep your game. Right. So listen, a great show, like we said, on tap for you guys. Talking a little bit of like Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
Talking a little bit of NAACP, Image Awards, plus Stevie Wonder, and a little bit of Oprah. So we got a lot to get to. And plus the most important part of the show, especially for Black History Month, guys, our Black History spotlight on African Americans behind the scenes, people who we feel like you ought to know, that you should know, and that can help you get in the game and stay in the game.
Yes, it's about, man, highlighting and spotlighting, those people that are doing it, because it takes a village, as they say.
It takes all of us, guys. Yeah, it takes all of us.
You cannot be an island, and there are many great people behind the scenes as well as in front of the scenes that pull this thing together. Where you see the end result, it takes. You got to start at one first before you get to 100.
The whole premise of Studio Set Stage, guys, all of us start. I always say this, just have to remind, just in case there's some people listening, watching, who are just discovering Cynthia Mallard, myself, and Marq Dean. Like, all of us came from a place where nobody knew us, right? We were like in a closet somewhere. We were in like a cubicle or something like that. And just through hard work, we were able to get to the main stage.
Yeah, it started with that idea where you probably was in your bedroom coming up with that track or whatever. And a lot of you guys out there, a lot of Studio Set Stagers know what I'm talking about, but that's how it starts. And there's a starting point for everything. But you got to understand there's a process. There's no rules, but there is a process.
Yeah, and it takes time. If you guys are read a lot, or we hope you guys read. You got that 10,000
fundamental.
You got that 10,000 hours behind you guys in what you do. We do. So like I said, we have been, we've been through the war, so to speak, and we're still going through the war.
Trade war stories.
Yeah, but it's just good. It's just good to come here and just give you a reason to listen, to keep coming back. And you come to our show, you actually learn something, guys. Okay. So I cannot stress enough. Like, I'm so excited. Like our guest spotlight today We're going to be talking to the Emmy winner and friend to the show, Lawrence McDonald.
Yes.
You know, he is a news photojournalist for Atlanta CBS 46, guys. Yes, Emmy winner.
Yes, indeed.
Here on Studiosetstage.
Oh, yeah. Emmy winner, veteran, you know, and he's been in the business. He knows it from A to Z, and he understands, and he's able to implement and also relay the process, rather. I'm saying progress, but process.
Yeah, a drink.
No,
I need some. I need some.
I didn't have my glass of wine yet. But it's coming.
Well, speaking of wine and liquor and champagne, let's talk about Jay-Z.
Yes.
Let's kick it off. So I just want to say congrats to Studiosetstage Jay-Z, guys.
Congratulations. Salute goes off to Jay-Z.
Jigga.
Yes, indeed.
Sean Carter.
Right.
I mean, depending on who you're talking to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mr. Sean Carter, you know, set another precedent with his company, his spirit brand, Ace of Spades, which is yes, indeed, Ace of Spades. Yeah.
Is that what they do? Ace of Spades.
Well, you know,
but I do that.
Right. We get the flute, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the champagne flutes out. But Ace of Spades brand, he recently did a major acquisition partnership with LVMH brand, which they own, Moet Hennessy.
Yes,
you all know about them.
Man, we're talking about some multi-billions of dollars, right?
Exactly. I mean, multi-billion-dollar entity. They acquired 50% of Jay-Z's champagne brand.
So in other words, they paid some money to get in on the action.
Yes.
Is that I mean, I'm just thinking, bottom line, they had to pay some big ducats, right?
Oh, yes.
To get in on the action with Jay-Z.
They acquired 50%, and they bought in.
Yeah, basically.
That's the thing.
Basically.
They did a buy-in as a 50-50 partner. Yeah. And that's what it's about. It's about leveraging your resources and assets where you can actually excel and take things to the next level. Ooh. And so that's kudos.
Juggernaut.
And I mean, salute to Jay-Z. Again, another awesome business acquisition. And it was funny, he was in an interview speaking, you know, a little in depth, not giving away the whole kit and caboodle, but he was speaking in terms of, you know, his trajectory to this point. And he was saying that, you know, starting out, and a lot of people might remember when he, you know, first started out, you know, he was saying that he wasn't trying to create this big, you know, multimedia company, Rock Nation. You know, he was actually trying to get a record deal.
He was like trying to get on. Else. Yeah, exactly.
He was trying to get a record deal, was turned down by every major label. Nobody was like, man, you know, you need to find a day job.
The famous no word.
Yes,
right?
indeed. Yes, indeed. Those gatekeepers during that time was like, no. But they said, well, you know what? We have our own resources. So let's create our own platform so we can put out our own material. Awesome. And the rest is history.
Awesome. Absolutely
awesome. So that's just, you know, he was just saying, I mean, if you don't take anything else away, is to understand the importance of sometimes, you know, it's good to seek out and find opportunities, but you can also create opportunities.
Exactly. As well. Awesome. And, you know, it's a testament to him just being a great businessman, you know what I'm saying? But we also know that like when he was on the streets, when he was on the, you know, on the streets, we all know on the corners or whatever, we have heard that he was like an absolutely like businessman on the corner too.
Well, I think that hustle, that hustle transcended.
Yeah.
And, you know, it and you know, fortunately, it transcended in
a legit way,
positive,
a legit direction. Right? That's what I was going to say.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. You know, it's about taking lemons and making lemonade.
You know what? I was just thinking, and talk about lemonade, guys, because if you understand that Ace of Spades, a bottle can run you like $250 to about 300. That's for the regular. That's for the regular Ace of Spades bottles, guys.
Depending on where you purchase it, you know,
exactly.
Right.
And many of us, like I said, who have been in the industry, in the entertainment industry, it is the drink of choice. You know, I know back in the days, it used to be like the Cristal, right?
Right. And
but then they dissed black people.
Exactly.
And then Jay-Z basically ran into the ground.
Right.
So we love that.
Out of necessity and saying, well, hey, again, you know, as you know, African Americans, we are the largest. We have like a spending power of around what almost 1.3 trillion dollars.
We push the culture. We push the culture. So everything that we get, whether it's drinking, whether we're dancing, whatever we're wearing, like everybody follows suit, and it's just true.
Heavy.
It's just heavy. True.
Like one of my partners, he always say heavy. You know, shout out. But yeah, heavy influence.
We are, and it's just,
and that's
true.
What it's about.
And nothing's wrong with that. But I was saying, like a regular bottle, dude, is like I said, 250 to about 300, and then when you get into those specialty champagne bottles, like you talking like $500 a pop.
Oh yeah.
So
the rosé.
So I said that
right.
to say, Jay-Z ain't hurting. He ain't hurt. Him and Beyonce, y'all better do it. Y'all better do it. I absolutely, I love it. You know, give them their flowers while they're still here.
Right. And it's just a testament to, like you said, good business acumen. And understanding that, you know, that's what it's about. It's about creating opportunities for and expanding the platform of what you do. And really out of just that need of where, okay, we're not going to support a brand that doesn't, you know, want our business. That
doesn't support us.
That don't support us.
Right. They want some other people. So you go get the other people when it comes to the money. So but anyway, you know, again, a shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce. We love you. We'd love to have you on Studiosetstage. So can we make that happen some kind of way? Maybe in the future, right? Never, ever, ever say never.
Never say never.
Exactly. Well, you know, on to I know I'm looking forward to, I know you are too, looking forward to the NAACP Image Awards, guys. I know you guys probably heard the announcement were made. Earlier this month or whatever, and we didn't have a chance to jump in, of course. But as it's getting closer to the awards are going to air March 27th, from what I understand, on BET. Hey, BET, Black Entertainment Television, and basically it's an award show for us, by us. And so we just wanted to talk about just some of the people that we are looking forward to. Looking at the nominations, going to be an absolutely great show. I just want to start with, you know, of course, you know, we talk about the nominations as far as music, and acting and motion pictures and all that stuff. But you know what? They have a social impact award, and I just was blown away. So this year, a social justice impact, several nominees, guys, and these people you're very aware of them. Debbie Allen, you remember her? She's nominated. April Ryan, LeBron James. You know, he's doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Tamika Mallory, and the winner, of course, you know, according to Studiosetstage, Stacey Abrams. So I literally was like, Stacey Abrams is going to win that category.
Well, you know, definitely the nominees, they all have been major trailblazers in their respective lanes, you know, especially regarding social injustice, you know, and especially during this time, which nobody, if you've been under a rock, you've got to know that that has taken major precedence, you know, in terms
over
of
everything.
In terms of social injustice, you know, Black Lives Matter, equality, you know, equity, you know, fair treatment. And with everything that's been going on, I feel that should be at the paramount,
which is why we just hit it first, right? So listen, also, you know, on the list, outstanding documentary film. So I'm going to just predict John Lewis's Good Trouble. I could be wrong, and of course we're mentioning the people, like I said, that we feel like we feel strongly about. So if we don't say the names, it's probably like it's not really
endorsing. That's what it's about.
Exactly. Also, let's jump to outstanding motion picture, guys. You'll like this. Bad Boys for Life.
Okay. Okay.
The Five Bloods. Yeah. Spike Lee's joint, right?
Yeah.
Jingle Jangle, a favorite of mine, guys. You know, I have kids. My 6-year-old, he loves it. It drives him crazy.
Yes.
It drives me crazy. We're in the living room dancing. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it is a show.
Yeah, also Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is in that category. And then Regina King's One Night in Miami. Guys, that's some stiff competition.
Every nominee in this category was awesome.
Phenomenal.
Great projects.
Great directors,
great stories, great directors, great actors,
the whole nine.
So, definitely that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. So also outstanding actress in a drama series, of course, Brandy Evans from the hit show P-Valley, Jenny Smollett, Lovecraft Country, Viola Davis, My Girl for How to Get Away with Murder, and of course, Angela Bassett for 911. I don't know who to call in that one because, Viola, of course, has been given every award under the sun. They may choose to give it to someone else. And so I have no idea.
Well, as of last year, one show, and they were talking about it a couple of years, but I wasn't sure if I was like to get into it. But P-Valley, they were saying that, that is poppin'.
It's popping.
Yeah.
It's absolutely popping. So outstanding television movie, guys, limited series or dramatic special. We're only mentioning Self-Made, the story of Madam C.J. Walker. Remember we watched that with Octavia Spencer. Loved it. And the Clark sisters, First Ladies of Gospel. Now I really feel like the First Ladies of Gospel because every inch of that presentation was absolutely amazing to me.
Well, it hit home for me because I think anybody, I know I can say from personal experience how I got my first experience or taste to music was through the church.
Yeah, most people. So, most Black people.
Definitely. Yeah. So, and like you said, the legendary Clark sisters, is an amazing family, and they set a lot of trends in gospel, music, inspirational music. So, kudos
to them. Also, guys, jumping outstanding talk series. And the only reason why we're mentioning this is because Red Table Talk is actually nominated, the talk, right, with Jada Pinkett, with the entanglements and stuff like that. She is nominated. She's going up against our girl, Tamron Hall, of course, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, the Oprah Conversations, and The Shop Uninterrupted. So who are you predicting in that category?
Well, what's really interesting
Tim Hall?
No, well, see, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, that's your pick? Okay. Well, I'll say this.
Well, it depends on the tier. There's a certain tier.
Well, and what I was saying was, it's interesting that most of these shows that are nominees are in non-traditional. They're not necessarily
on a network. Exactly.
It's like through social media, like you said, Red Table Talk is through Facebook.
Yeah. And the thing about it is her mom and her daughter at one point. And I think she was like the most unlikeliest person to be hosting a talk show but I will be honest with you. It's a lot of mess. She talk a lot of mess too. Come on now. That's kind of the, that's where we got the entanglement from.
Whatever, everybody has a different palette, if you will. But I think like you said, with that, with the nominees, I think it kind of paints a picture of, okay, well, if you like this, you like this kind of flavor.
That's true. Yeah.
This, you have this.
We all have different tastes.
You have one that's, like with Tamara, she's more in line of the, the traditional talk show on that structure.
Above board.
I've seen.
Above board.
Right.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, moving on, guys, into the music arena for the NAACP Image Awards.
Right.
I know that you're going to enjoy this. So outstanding new artist, Sheikah.
Yes.
Doja Cat, D Smoke, Giveon, and then Skip Marley, of course. I'm praying that they give Sheikah her flowers, like right now. She deserves it.
Yes, and she is a homegirl from Alabama.
Yeah,
she represents.
They don't talk about. Do they talk about? Alabama.
Okay,
I don't know if I knew that or not.
Yeah,
okay,
from Montgomery. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What's up? Right next door,
Gump?
Tuskegee, but the Gump.
What's up, Gump? What's up, Gump?
What's up?
We well traveled. We've been there too. We spend time there. A lot of you guys already know that. Okay.
Right. So definitely, but the winner of the major show that was on Netflix, which is Smoke. He Smoke. He won that. I think it was with T.I. and it was with Chance the Rapper.
Oh yeah, love him.
And so he's really done a lot of major good stuff.
Cool.
So I'm really glad to see the array of those nominees.
Well, outstanding male artists, guys. Big Sean, Black Thought. Charlie Wilson, yes, Charlie Wilson,
Uncle Charlie,
and Drake. I love Drake. Drake. John Legend, of course, is in that also, and I'm just kind of like, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard. Like between John Legend
is
and Charlie Wilson and Drake. So I think all three of them have a really just a great chance of winning that award.
Right.
Outstanding female artist. Let's jump there. Beyonce for Black Parade, of course.
Okay.
Her H.E.R. Jasmine Sullivan, Lettucey, also Alicia Keys. Now I'm trying to figure out Alicia Keys. I don't know. Maybe we just missed the whole project. I don't know.
I think everybody in their perspective, I think they actually had some really good, solid projects.
Yeah.
I agree. It wasn't where everything is singles driven in this right now, which is going on.
It really is.
But with the nominees that you mentioned, they all had solid full-length projects that you could go through, listen, and like I said, somebody might like Lettucey, the other person might like Alicia, somebody might like, her, but all of these ladies are, have brought forth and presented some solid projects.
Well, I know that you're going to weigh in on, outstanding album.
Okay, let's go.
So you got Alicia Keys up against John Legend.
I'm gonna say this.
I mean, you just be honest.
If we're gonna be going into endorsements and different things like that, Alicia, they both have their strong bases.
Yeah.
They both have strong fan bases, but I really loved and I really was able to kind of get in and kind of marinate with John Legend's project.
It was great. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I know that him and Chrissy Teigen, they are very vocal across social media and stuff like that. But it's so good and it's so refreshing that John Legend stays true. I love it that he stays true to what got him, in the business. It's kept him in the business. And like I said, this latest project, I can play all day, all night, guys. I really can.
A lot of critics have said that, it's reminiscent of, some of his earlier, works. When, he came busted out on the scene with Kanye and different things like that. But like you said, that authenticity.
Yeah, it just rings through.
And,
it does.
And as well as you've seen the trajectory as well. And that's what it's about, being, an artist, and you want to be relevant without compromising the integrity of what you're doing.
Yeah.
John Legend has been able to do that. So
he is there.
Kudos.
Love you, John
also,
Legend.
Not like you said, we throwing Alicia under the bus. Alicia Keys
not at all.
is Alicia Keys.
She is. She has nothing to
salute
prove.
To
and
Alicia
I have
as well.
Basically, I have all of her albums downloaded on my phone. Let me just be honest.
Yeah.
No hate.
Yeah.
No hate on Studiosetstage. So also, guys, so that last thing, entertainer of the year, of course, is always a big category. Every year, entertainer of the year, D Nice, y'all, is nominated. Viola Davis, Regina King, also Trevor Noah, and of course Tyler Perry. So some heavyweight in that category, entertainer of the year. Man, you know who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna be honest with you. Entertainer of the year. Let me look again. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. You know what? I'm choosing, guys, here on Studiosetstage. I'm gonna say it. I'm choosing. It's between. Okay, let me just do two. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's just changed. D Nice and Tyler Perry.
Okay, I thought you said you was choosing one.
Well, I was. Yeah. But see, I flip flop. So it's between D Nice and Tyler Perry. Entertainer of the year. Let me give it to you again. Okay, D Nice, Viola Davis, Regina King, Trevor Noah, and I wipe that away. No. Look, let me just change it. Regina King. Jesus Christ.
Okay, look, I got a better idea. I got a better thing.
Regina. Okay, I know.
Let's tune in on March the 27th.
Yeah.
To see who wins.
Yeah.
And you can vote. I think you still.
Yeah, voting is still open. Right.
You know, on those nominees. But you know, like you said, that's heavy. That's a heavy list.
Because Regina King this year, last year, not just the NAACP, like I said, these awards are for us, by us, so they are so important. But think about how she has cleaned up at the Golden Globes, possibly the Oscars. She's just, you know, just a consummate. It's like, how do you, she's such a juggernaut, you know?
Yeah. Regina definitely, you know, she's
project after project.
Yeah, you know, it's in the DNA, and you know, you have seen her growth throughout her projects, and then now at the helm of what I consider to be one of the best projects, you know, of this year. If you haven't seen One Night in Miami,
oh my God, it was awesome, guys. I loved it. You know, I had a couple of people. I had a girlfriend who actually said she didn't really understand what it was about, which I understood that because she's not the only person who has said that.
Right.
I come from a background in theater and stage and plays and things like that. And it comes from that area. It comes from that arena. And sometimes when you take a play or something like that and you put it on live on screen, sometimes it translates and sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the director. I think she did a great job in translating it though.
Yeah,
you know,
and definitely, you know, depicting it. And she talked about that on the interview, that she was saying that, you know, it was one of the things she had to adjust to in terms of understanding that it was a play. Yeah. And it was adapted from that play. Yeah. And so to not go too far outside of it because it would get lost. Yes. To keep it in that space. In that space. Exactly. But understanding that, okay, this is the medium of film.
Well, you can look at it and tell it's a play from a book, and you can just see it because just because of the four corners, the four walls, and see all my vets in theatrics, you already know what I'm speaking of. Yeah. You can just tell like the meat of the story happens in that hotel room. Right. And if you took that, if you actually took those particular scenes from the hotel room and just imagined it on a live stage, it would play out totally different.
Yeah, she actually said, she was like, 90% of the movie was based in that hotel room.
Yeah, but there's a certain understanding,
a certain flow, right?
Yes, when it's on a live stage versus on the screen.
Oh yeah.
So but anyway, so you know, I was gonna ask you, like, you didn't.
Well, I'm gonna say this. In adding to that now, you know. I think one of the most, in terms of the nominees, and they are awesome nominees, but, you know, during COVID, during the pandemic, you know, things changed. You know, we really literally saw brick and mortar to click and order, and everything went virtual because of shutdown. But, you know, the gentleman D Nice, you know, awesome. I spent many nights listening to him spin on, and you know, it was just.
So you're still talking about the entertainment of the year? I'm trying to figure out which. Okay. Yes. So you just jumping back into.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to figure out what. Okay. Yeah, because I know we went down the rabbit hole with Regina, but it was awesome though. You know what I'm saying?
She my girl. You know
I know.
I'm biased, guys. Okay. But anyway, listen. Listen. There are snubs, of course. People feel like they're being snubbed, but no awards and no nominations for the baby, Lil Baby, or Roddy Ricch, Pop Smoke, or Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay. Did they have a hip hop category? Well, you know, I'm just asking.
Yeah, a lot of them, like I said, that are popular now, they're not even being recognized. So I don't know. But anyway, you know what? Hey, listen, tune in March 27th for the NAACP Image Awards. It's sure to be, like I said, just an absolutely great, great night. That's on BET, guys, okay? It's on BET. So be sure to catch them. So, yeah.
Yes, I will be watching.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be watching. Listen, also something else, we'll be watching is Oprah's primetime special, guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be on CBS. So looking forward to that. Why? Well, she's interviewing sister gal Meghan Markle and her husband, Prince Harry.
Okay, from the royal family.
From the royal family. So this is like their first, the big hoopla about it is basically, this is like their first sit down intimate. She's announced that she is expecting like the second child and deal. And this is also, they have announced that they are not going to return to the royal family duties. Too.
Okay.
So this is pretty huge. Like I said, we talk about it because Oprah, of course, is like the ultimate studio set stage. She's an actor, she's a producer, she's a director. Well, no, she's done something. She's a voice, she's everything. She's a talk show host and everything. But also because Meghan Markle, she's part of our community. You think about the whole ceremony. Her getting married and seeing her Black mama.
Yes. Seeing her mother from African-American descent.
Exactly. Right? And the gospel choir in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, so we will be looking forward. I'm looking forward to that interview because, I'm interested to know, and I'm sure millions of others, Studiosetstage, you can let me know, what is it like for her? Being an American, going into the royal family. They really didn't want her there. I'm saying? They have paparazzi'd her to death. Like just reading some of the hate messages like across all social media because she is Black. What has that been like? People even like blamed her, saying, she was the reason for corrupting Prince Harry's mind to leave the royal family. But you know what? I thought about this. I said, had you ever thought about Prince Harry probably was like, I'm sick of all this crap. Like, this is a bunch of crap. Like, I'm ready to go. Thank God I got, somebody who I can roll out with. Like, anybody think about that?
Well, I know, like you said, with the conversations that she's going to have, I think it will kind of shed more light into that realm, because with that, and you're talking about centuries of tradition, the average person, or they would consider the layman, would be totally oblivious to. But and I know it's probably some things that she has to kind of just be tongue in cheek and just I'm gonna take these lumps with this and understanding that, and not to mention, like you said, man, with her ethnicity, all of those things.
Her being Black, her being Black,
So and all of that stuff,
and her embrace. That's what I love about Meghan Markle, about her just embracing that. She didn't try to sweep it under the rug and say, "Oh, that's I'm mixed with this and mixed with that and all that stuff." like she didn't do that.
Well, and let history.
This is who I am,
right? And let history tell when you cover the royal family, they're gonna uncover anything. Having to deal with that, they're going to look under every little rock, every little crease.
That's not even like she want to hide it, because that's her mom. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And so you got to know, and this is just true. I know a lot of people probably would give me flack for it, but normally, most times, whatever ethnicity or culture that the mother follows, normally that's how the children are raised, because the mother is the first contact. I'm a mom. She's the first contact with the baby. So however she was raised, ethnicity wise, basically that's what she's going to pass on to a child. I mean, it's what it is. You can fight me and if you want to, but it's true.
Well, no, that's hey, I agree wholeheartedly with you. Your first contact, as a child, is going to be connected to the mom.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, I definitely, I'm going to be definitely interested in seeing, what is uncovered.
Yeah, yeah. We don't follow the royal family, of course, here on Studiosetstage. But like I said, when we find someone like a Meghan Markle, who is a Studiosetager, don't forget, yes, she's, she is part of the royal family. But before she married, you got to understand she was a Hollywood star. She actually played a couple of characters. One that I do know, she was a character on the series Suits. So you got to remember that. I hate when people, when people get married, all of a sudden they're this person's wife or they're this person's husband. A lot of times these actors or musicians or whatever, they were popping before they walk. Like, for instance, I think about somebody else like that, Michelle Obama. She is our forever first lady. Yeah. And that's, people just, it's all they want to say first lady. But you know what? She was a very accomplished attorney. Yes, she was. An Ivy League, alumnus. Like, she was popping. She was, Barack, of course, he popping, he was president and stuff like that. But she, these women were popping before. Yeah. So,
well, and that's another thing too. Again, it goes with the whole big picture. You're talking about the end result. People just see that. Yeah. But no, hey, I kind of had a life, that led me.
So that's what the interesting part is about the whole Oprah conversation. You can watch that CBS primetime special. Okay. It's March 7th, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't wait to see my girl Oprah. I love you. Can't wait to work with you too. Yeah, I'm throwing it in there. I'm going to throw that in there. Yep.
Well, you speaking of Oprah, I had we heard about another story that involved Stevie Wonder and Oprah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking with talking about the Stevie Wonder, right?
Yeah.
Wonder. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. Stevie Wonder announced, and he was speaking with Oprah, but he announced that he is leaving the United States to live in Ghana.
Leaving, guys. Can you imagine the key of life? Leaving. Did I say that? Yeah, you were surprised. You were surprised.
Someone said the key of life.
Yeah,
right?
You were surprised, weren't you? Give me my props. Give me my props. Y'all see how you do it, right?
Yeah. No, but
every so often I can surprise.
Surprise. No.
Go on.
No, seriously. But yeah, Stevie, they had a interview with Oprah, and where he discussed just his current state in what he feels is going on within the nation.
Yeah, is that why he's thinking about leaving?
And he said that. He just mentioned, he was like, the way the country is going, where they say, well, this is supposed to be home of the brave, land of the free, an opportunity. He doesn't feel that. And he made a comment saying that, he's blind, of course. But he said he doesn't have to see someone to actually feel the spirit of, and he said the spirit of this nation, he said is off. He said is off.
And he blind, you guys.
And he mentioned, he made some other comments saying that he doesn't want his kids at this time, and where he's, when he grew up and how he started.
Grandkids too, right?
Yeah, grandkids. Right? Yeah, where he said, hey, I don't want my grandkids to have to be dealing with, okay, why are you, judging me on, the color of my skin? You're already having those prejudgmental, views of me. He was like, he said, he wasn't trying to just throw the US under the bus. Yeah. But he basically said, I want, the spirit of the US to come back to, what it was, what they say is based on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Right.
And, he basically was saying that right now he doesn't feel that, and he's planning on leaving. So, hey, legend, Stevie Wonder, regardless of where he lives, he's worldwide legend.
Yeah.
So
but he's not the first superstar to to literally just leave the US, because we've heard so much just over the years about how African Americans are treated like royalty outside of the US, and it's because of what the US is built upon. The US is built upon the backs of slavery, of the backs of us.
Right.
And America knows this, so how can it respect something that if it's held as even non-human? Right. So that's what it really goes back to. I think about Tina Turner. She left and went to Europe. You went to Switzerland, right?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, even what was it? Nina Simone talks about that.
Well,
I remember,
like you said, you've had a slew of artists, entertainers. I remember
Black people.
Well, a lot of people like Josephine Baker. History.
So Stevie Wonder is just following along in that, and I think he is so on point. I think he's so on point. You know,
and I think about my father used to say, you want to go where you're appreciated and not tolerated.
Yeah, celebrated.
You want to go where you're appreciated and celebrated.
That's right.
Not tolerated.
Exactly.
And that's something that I think you can take and extract from that as well.
Very good. Well, you know what? We appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to celebrate you. So that in that way, we want you guys just to stay tuned. Like I said, this is Studiosetstage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq.
And we have something very special for you. Amazing guest for our Black History Spotlight. Emmy winner Lawrence McDonald of Atlanta, CBS 46, news photojournalist, camera guy, worldwide, has been around the world, has covered all of your A-list events, and has even done movies. So listen, guys, again, he is coming up, and we just want you to stay with us because he's dropping gems, guys, for Black History Month, but just for your life, for your career in Studiosetstage. So stay with us, okay?
Yeah.
We're back. Studiosetstage, Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq.
Hey guys, listen, we have come to my favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Of course, during Black History Month, Black History Year, as we like to say, 365 days of the year.
Yeah, Black History Year.
That's right. Spotlighting those African Americans that we feel like you should know who are doing big things. So as you can see right here, we have Lawrence McDonald. Welcome to the show, Studiosetstage.
Yes,
guys, if you don't know, guys, you're going to want to know right now, guys. This is a news photojournalist for CBS 46 who has agreed to join us, and our old-time friend. What's up, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Nothing too much. I thought this was a dating site.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Black History 365 in all circles. No,
I'm just playing.
So good.
How y'all doing?
So
Long time. It's good to see y'all.
It's good to see you also. Guys, if you're just joining us, like I said, old-time friend and just a consummate professional in the news business, news photojournalist Lawrence McDonald right here in Atlanta, CBS 46, joining us. And we just was like, you know what, what's been going on? Tell us what's been going on, how you been living, man.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Well, it's just a whole lot of work. It's a whole lot of everything going on, especially with this virus. It changes the whole workflow. People are working from home,
right,
instead of at the office more, and that's my whole life now. I'm working not at home, but in my vehicle.
Right. So it's
that's
more
my
like
work spot now.
So it's more like mobile and with the social distancing and all of those things, the effects of the pandemic, it's definitely changed the parameters of how you navigate your job. But hey, that's where the expertise come into play, man. So with you being in the field, as long as you've been doing it, how are your other peers, how are they adjusting to it in terms of that?
Well, everybody's adjusting well, I guess. You know, that's the term. I mean, you have to do what you got to do.
Right, exactly.
So we still got to get out there. Being a photojournalist, I still got to get out there with the camera and shoot the pictures so that the viewers at home can see what's going on. Yeah. So everybody is adjusting, you know, some quicker than others, some, you know, it's a little slow process because now it's more, how can I say it? It's more technical.
Yeah.
Because you got to deal with computers now.
Yes.
Not just looking behind the lens and getting the shot. Once I do all that, I got to put it in the computer and then I got to edit it, put it together, and send it back.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So let me ask you, just for those of you, like I said, of course, we know you, we've known you for a long, long time. For those who are listening and watching, you know, how long have you been a news photojournalist?
You know, I don't count the years. I'm like a woman, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's just say over how many years? Let's just say it like that.
I can honestly say I honestly never adds it up. People always ask me that question and I just say, I started in 84.
Wow, absolutely amazing. And you've been, I can imagine, like I said, one thing here on Studiosetstage, you know, people tune in just to learn, you know, going from studio to the set to the stage. Obviously, you started out, you know, studio, very small place. Now you're on the main stage. You're working in, you know, a top market, Atlanta. You know, obviously, I can imagine it was a lot of growing pains when you think about it. You know, what was that like for you in this business?
Oh, it's y'all know, know, you know, you came up just like I did. You start off slow and you try to learn as much as you can from different people. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Some people are with you, some people are not. It's like any other job, you know, you have to learn the ins and the outs. And it's been a learning experience. I mean, I've moved a little quicker than some people, but it's been a learning experience. I mean, once I got here, you know, it's always more out there. You can always do more. You can always go higher and higher, but I sort of like Atlanta.
It's been very cool. We kind of say it's the closest thing we have to Wakanda. Basically, right? But it's amazing. You know, like I said, we are kind of just floored because we have a celebrity. We look at you as a celebrity, and we have always like looked up to you. You know, even though we worked in Studiosetstage, we totally look up to you. You know, you have been responsible just, you know, for our growth. And like I said, you never know where people are going to go, right? You never know where people are going to end up. But I just want to say, you know, so what's a day like for you? You know, every day, like what is it like? You know, you wake up in the morning as a news photojournalist. Like, what's the first things? Like, what's the, you know, your benchmarks throughout the day?
Well, that's a good question. That's a good answer.
We gotta know. You get your assignment. Go from there. You know, you can go from there. Yeah.
It's honestly, that's a good question. It's sort of like in anybody's job. It's just like your job, and it's you got to get the right mind frame.
You better say that. Yeah, your right mind frame, guys. Okay,
get your mind right.
Mind frame. You gotta I'm gonna go out and make today the best day.
Wow.
So your mind is already clicking, okay, if I'm on a story here, this is what I might have to do, or I need to do a little bit extra here or there. So I get to work and the assignments go out and you hear the story. Now, the story may not be what people actually depict just by hearing it.
In the very beginning, right. Exactly.
So that throws you for a loop because you got to narrow it down. You got to get with your reporter and y'all got to figure out how we going to approach this.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's, say like, I wasn't on it, but like the I-75 crash.
We heard about that. Right.
So you don't know how close you're going to get to it. You don't know what you're going to see. You don't know who you can talk to, where you can park to get close to it.
Right.
And so all of that is playing a factor into your news gathering abilities.
Wow.
Exactly.
So,
you know, you don't know if you got to go across somebody's yard and they got a dog, you know, it's just all kinds of stuff. But once you get there, you want to tell the story as effectively as it can come across to the viewers.
Wow.
So you don't want to tell something that's just far out there and you're like, oh yeah, you know.
It doesn't go with the story, is what you're saying. Yeah.
You have to find a path to follow.
And you do that visually, right?
Right.
So I can imagine, you know, you're also being a veteran in this business. I can imagine, because I do remember a long time ago, just working with you. Say you have a reporter who's just kind of off the path, you know, not focused. And I have witnessed you. Okay, I have witnessed you in action, you know, and, you know, I can imagine you guide. You also have the, you know, as a photojournalist, it's your job to help guide the reporter too, visually, right?
Right. You have to bring them back to reality because because a lot of reporters have what they call it
grandiose visions. I know.
Balloon,
Balloon. Exactly.
They like, oh yeah, we're gonna get all this and we're gonna go in here and we're gonna no, you can only focus. You can only focus on a narrow path. I mean,
right.
Every now and then you pick up a couple of trinkets of gold, but you gotta focus on that narrow path, and it tells the story better than going way out here and all this, because you come into the same conclusion.
Right.
So
exactly.
Why go way out when you can, you know,
go straight to the point? Go straight to the point, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, how they said, what's the old term? You know, the shortest distance between two points is a straight line.
Yeah, it's a straight line.
Exactly.
Exactly. Quickest distance to the destination is a straight line.
Right.
And Lawrence, I mean, you said something that, man, really hit home, because just in what you do in terms of that, and we've experienced it as far as news gathering, you know, it's about getting to the facts, you know, making sure that you illustrate the picture for that viewer that watches, because like you said, you know, they might see, okay, the headlines, but what are the details? What are all the facets that's involved in it? And sometimes that can lead you down various rabbit holes that might pull you away from the facts. So, you know, in terms of that, you know, it's amazing what you said. You know, it's about staying on course and looking at, okay, this is the story, okay, and these are the things that we need to get to make sure that we illustrate the story in its proper fashion. So,
I was going to ask you, Lawrence, like, so many people want to know, how did you get started? Like, how, you know, for those people you're listening, Studiosetsstagers, you know, they want to follow in your footsteps. Like, so what do you do? Like, how do you get it together so that you're on like you are?
Look, that's a funny story.
Yeah.
we got time. Come on, bring it. Come with it. Yeah.
That's a funny story. It started back in college. I didn't have a major.
Wow, really?
As most young, you know.
What college did you attend?
Went to Alabama State University.
Alabama State University. Y'all hear this? HBCU, okay? Top 10 market.
Yes.
News photojournalist from Alabama State University, guys. Okay, go ahead. Go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Fellow Hornet.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. But I needed a major, and I didn't think of nothing. And somebody said, you should get into communications. And I'm like,
wow.
I like radio. I like TV.
Yeah.
That, really interesting to me. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. So I got into it. And honestly, being a photojournalist never really crossed my mind.
Wow.
It was just something that I did for a class project. And people said, oh, that was really good. You should look into that. And during my practicum, I got hired at a TV station. It was a cable network station, but I was like, okay, still not into the photojournalist thing, but it's something that came natural to me. It's like I see stuff and I want to put stuff together and to show people how I see it, how it should be seen, instead of how they just see the big picture of it.
I love it. Love it.
And Lawrence, I mean, and furthermore, I mean, it really kind of tapped into your natural ability to have the eye. And like you said, having the eye to see it and then bringing it in fruition, and taking it from, okay, what I've captured on that camera, on film, and basically churning it out into, okay, this is a news story that can inform and also engage and get other people involved in it. And that's amazing. Now, Lawrence, I want to ask you, man, because I tell you, just talking to you, and we've talked offline, and I know, man, you've told me some war stories about being in the trench. What is your most memorable experience, that was, say, rewarding in terms of you being a photojournalist? What was the most rewarding thing? You might have several, but what stands out?
That's a good question. Look, y'all got some really good questions. That's why y'all hosting this show. I can see that now. Y'all have some really good. It's honestly, I never really even thought about that.
Well, let me ask you like this. Give our listeners and our viewers some of the events that you have covered, like major events. Give us that.
I can give you presidential. I mean,
but give me specifics. Don't play. Don't be, because we know that you are a celebrity. So give it to us.
No. Okay, I've been through like George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah.
Who else in that picture?
Well, listen, guys, let me tell you something. We know the backstory. So we know that this who you're listening to, Lawrence McDonald, he's been flown out across the country to cover these events. Guys, you don't get sent out to these events unless you are A1 grade 1. And I will tell you, guys, he's being very modest. But I remember, Lawrence, a long time ago, you telling me that you were up for a job, I think, in New York, and they were trying to get you to come to New York. We all know New York is number one, right? Number one market. And I think you turned it down, right?
It's too cold up there. I don't deal with cold.
Hey,
it's too cold.
And man, I'm telling you, man, that's one of the things I was like, man, it's not for the faint, because you might be in this market, but man, I mean, it's so cold. Where, and then we got the Hawks, we got the Falcons, but all the birds be out up there,
all of them. Well, you know what? I to just continue that, guys, this is an Emmy winner. So I just want to talk about, you won an Emmy, of course. What was it for? And just what was those feelings like? What happened when you really realized that you had, won?
Another very good question.
Go ahead.
it was just a story about a sheriff in, I forgot what town it was, but it's this part of Georgia.
Right.
And I was just doing my normal things. I mean, you know, we were covering the story.
Wow.
He wrote it, put it together, and somehow I guess they liked it.
Right.
You know, so it's Emmys come when you submit. And a lot of people stuff could win Emmys, but they don't submit them.
Got you.
So, and honestly, I didn't submit it. He submitted.
Wow.
So, and it won. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's what I can tell you on that. It's because all the stories to me, they all run together after a while. You know?
Right. I understand.
Right. But Lawrence, I in you saying that, it's a testament and what resonates with you know, with the viewers and people, because we have a lot of people that's, you know, they don't really understand the process. You know, they feel like, because in this thing, and we've said it before, it's always an end result, especially in media, entertainment, news. You just see the end result.
Everybody want to be a superstar,
but
overnight.
People don't know the first step and what it takes. Like, to get that story, you know, or nail it, you know, you might be like, okay, man, am I a cop? Am I staking out this place, man? I've been out here for hours. I ain't eating. I'm in the cold. I'm doing whatever.
Right. Weather. And it's not glamorous, right?
And what you just said is a testament to all the, you know, people that want to go into that field, the studio set stages out there, understand it's a process. And sometimes those accolades will come, but you have to focus on the craft and doing your job. So, you know, awesome. Right. That was an example, guys, of you doing your job, focusing on the craft, doing what you're supposed to do, and those things will come. You know,
Lawrence, how you know, when you have interns that come, you know, to your station or whatever, you know, you meet them and they ask you, I know, you know, and they ask you, you know, how do I get as good as you? Or, you know, well, how do you teach them? What do you teach them first? Like, what do you need specifically?
And that's pretty much just WDD, work, determination, and dedication.
Oh, you better say that again. Oh, we gotta hear it again, Lawrence. What WDD? What is that? What is that again?
Work, determination, and dedication.
Yes.
Wow.
So you're gonna have to put in the work, and you're gonna have to be determined to do it.
Yeah.
And you gotta be dedicated to it to finish it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, they come in and everybody has those big ideas. Well, I'm going to the #1 market and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Well, you got to put in the work.
Right.
Wow.
If you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. And if you ain't determined to put in the work, it ain't going to happen.
Right.
Wow.
And if you ain't dedicated to the work, you just slide back down to nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, I tell them, you know, just watch, learn. A lot of them like to come in and try to tell you.
You know, that's
what I want to do.
That's what I was doing right this
second. I'm going to do it.
Because I can imagine you young people, it's all, you know, it's technical. Right. You know, they've seen the NBA TV, or they've seen, you know, these big, and they come in with this tech, and they probably come in and say, you know, this is how we do it now. How do you respond?
and the thing about it is, what people really don't realize is what they're teaching you in school is already behind.
Right.
Because a lot of those teachers
5 to 10 years
are haven't been in it. They just doing it by books.
My goodness. Yes.
So they can give you the basics.
Right.
But once you get out, and y'all know this too.
Yes.
As soon as we got out of school and got into the first job, you thinking, oh, I know it all. I know this. I know. And then you get there. What they do with this? How you do, you know, so you just gotta, you come in, be humble, listen, watch, learn, and then ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, you ask questions, then you will learn more.
Yes,
Certain people do certain things because there's a whole lot of ways to skin, skin a cat.
It is. Lawrence, what's your signature? You know how we always say, like, we watch a Spike Lee film. You kind of know it's a Spike Lee film, right? If you watch, I don't know, a Quentin Tarantino movie, right? You kind of know that. And that's his style. So, like, do you have a particular style, like when you're behind the lens? Cool, right? I think you do. I'm not gonna say it because I think you have a little. You don't want to give it away, maybe. I don't know.
Man, don't give away my secrets.
I got to do what the station said do.
Right.
Yeah.
However they want it, that's how I'm gonna get it to them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because it boils down to there's plenty of little tricks and little ways to do stuff that you try.
Yeah.
Right.
I may see something that you do, and I'll be like, that was pretty cool. Then the next thing you know, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Well, one of my things is I like a lot of offset type stuff.
Explain that to us. What do you mean? What do you mean? Explain that to people.
It's not like you have in focus, out of focus. I mean, out of focus, in focus. Like you may have a bush here, building there, and you want that bush to be. You may start in focus on the bush, and the building is out of focus.
Right.
And you rack to it, and I like using the reporter's voice to make that seem like it's coming to life,
Oh,
exactly.
Man. Oh,
like
man.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Down this,
very cool.
Hey,
like they said, down this rocky road,
Right.
So it's out of focus and it's in focus, and
it
draws you in, and you're like, oh, okay.
That's so cool.
It draws you, right.
Right.
It draws you into the story, and see, those are guys. Those are real tips, real tricks, especially that will help to enhance the story.
Lawrence, what if you can tell us, like, the equipment that you're using now, like, what's the I guess what's the thing that 2021, and what's the equipment that we need to be using possibly, that you use?
It's right now most people are using P2, like Panasonic P2, Sony P2. It's like a little computer chip. I mean, where it's sort of like what you put in your camera, the little card.
Yeah, the little SD cards, right?
Right, the little SD card, but it goes inside a slot.
Right,
a bigger camera. The camera I use is bigger, but see, in different markets they got smaller cameras. You see people now with the little hand, little palm cameras, and like I said, it's this equipment. That's why I stress on the kids that what they're teaching you in school is good, but it changes real quick. It changes real quick.
Every what, 90 days?
Taught us in school,
60,
it was something totally different. We came out, and then you had like what was it, 3/4 inch tape?
Them big breaks.
Tape,
exactly.
VHS tape. It's just different formats.
That's funny.
Now we on the P2.
Wow. It's funny you said that, Lawrence, because I mean, and you're right, this technology, it really surges and it moves, forward. I remember finishing, where it was going like digital, I think DVC, and then it went to, high definition. And then, it went to where, now you switching over where, where's the tape? No, we got it on a card.
It's already there.
And like you said, now everything is going from analog to digital in that space. And so, with that, Lawrence, do you find it, in terms of the technology, do you find it, easier versus the process? I know it's certain fundamentals that you keep, but do you find it easier in terms of, just the process, the editing with the technology?
Is it easier now?
Is it easier or is it a little harder?
Honestly, it is. It's honestly easier now.
Right.
But it's more technical.
Yeah. There's more steps. There's more steps to it.
Right. There's more steps to it. See, back then, if you made a mistake, half of it was gone. You know, like you were doing tape to tape. It's like, okay, I'm recording this guy's voice over here to this, and if you overlapped or something, it disappeared.
Right.
I mean, you would have to go find that tape where the guy was speaking, and you had to find that segment again and lay it down again and all this.
Yeah.
But now I can just hit one button and undo what I just did, and it's still there.
Amen. Thank you. Thanks to technology, right?
Right.
You know, I'll be honest with you guys. Like I said, you're just joining us. This is Studiosetstage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq.
And we are talking to Emmy Award winner Lawrence McDonald, who is a news photojournalist at CBS 46. And we're just discussing just kind of how he rose to fame. And he's just discussing about just technology, right? I just wanted to say, yes, Lawrence works, in television, right? Mm-hmm. But guys, don't get it twisted. Like all of the skills that he has, they transmit across mediums. And I was going to say, I'm going to bring this up. You have to, Lawrence. I've seen you with the steady cam, the movie steady cam. Yeah, see, I know all of it. See, I watch it. See, I've watched you over the years. What is that like? I know everybody's always like so blown away with the steady cam. What's your experience?
Oh, that's a brilliant piece of equipment. I love Steadicam, but it's not as easy as people think it is. They like, oh yeah, you just put it on, its own and attach the camera, and it's all light and stuff. No, you got to have a good strong back, and it's heavy.
Yeah. So so I know that you have been asked to do like movies, also commercials. I know you do all of that. So, you turn it down, or because I know that you're so modest and you're very humble. Take notes, Studiosetsstagers, keep your head down and you rise to the top. But yeah, so is that the next plateau for Lawrence McDonald? Are we in films now?
No, see, I'm more like Eddie Mallard. See, I want to do some music.
What you say? What did you just say? What did you just say?
I want to do music.
You want to do music? Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, man. And
I got you.
But with that creativity, it expands.
It does.
And,
it does.
And it's a testament to what you've been able to accomplish.
Congratulations.
And just build
Absolutely.
that foundation, man, where it's a springboard to where it's taking you.
Absolutely. It's taking them all over the world. Like I said, you haven't taught you won't tell us, but we're telling it for you. We know that you've been everywhere in the world, and your gift has transported you there. And so we just want to say thank you. Thank you for being African American who is leading the way behind the scenes.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So those are the people who are listening again and watching. Give us, a contact. Obviously, just a contact. Maybe somebody has a question. Are you open to that from people?
Yes. If you got a question or anything, just contact Cynthia and Eddie. If they would get it to me. This is.
Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this.
Well,
okay?
Hey, coming from you, I will accept and I will take that edification.
Right. But please give us an email where everyone can at least call. Maybe they're watching this segment and they just want to get talk to you real quick.
Yeah, you can email me at drycool3_2000
Okay.
Awesome.
Once again, that's drycool3. DRYCOOL3 _2000
All right.
Awesome. Man.
And one last question. Of course, like I said, we're spotlighting you for Black History Month, Black History Year. Just tell us what does Black History mean to you?
It is a life.
Wow.
Because Black history is you. It's me. It's us. As soon as you wake up in the morning, Black history has started. And you look in the mirror each day, there's Black history. What you go through that day is Black history.
Amen, brother.
So it's an ongoing process. It didn't start, when people say, yeah, Martin Luther King, what's his name? No, it's ongoing.
Right, right.
It been started. It started from the start of time.
Right.
And it's continuing. Now, how we mold it is on us.
Right.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lawrence. Thank you for blessing us, guys.
Yes, indeed, man. It's 365. It's all around. And again, Lawrence, man, kudos.
Yeah.
And we salute you, man. And we just thank you for taking the time out and just sharing with us, man, and just really, you're more like a fellowship.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
About that, man. And we definitely appreciate you.
You never know when you're gonna see somebody. So, guys, listening, get at Lawrence McDonald again. Yes. He's with CBS 46 here in Atlanta, where we broadcast our show. And if you don't get to him now, you may not ever be able to get to it because he may be going up there. The more money you make, it's like it's harder to reach the person. So, multi-million-dollar man, okay? You got him right here on Studiosetstage. So, and before we let you go, though you know you're a very busy man, I need to see that Emmy. I think I see it, but I need you to show our Studiosetsstagers what this Emmy, because not many of us got one. And right. Do y'all see this? You have got to log on. Look at, oh my gosh. Look at the Emmy, guys. These are the caliber of people on Studiosetstage. Yes. We love you, Lawrence. We love you. We love you. We love you. Bye-bye. Again, guys, these are the caliber of people on Studiosetstage. What a great man. What a great guy.
It was amazing. Yeah. Kudos to Mr. Lawrence McDonald.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys.
We thank you.
Yes. So listen, guys, don't forget studiosetstage@gmail.com. That's how you can reach us. You can tell us how you enjoyed the show, how you hated the show. It doesn't matter.
Yes, indeed.
If you're watching us on YouTube, again, please subscribe.
Yes. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Yes. And don't forget, listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and radio.com.
That's right. So, and listen, let me know, guys, if you heard something that Lawrence said that absolutely helped you and what you are dealing with right now. Because I know I heard 1,000 gems. I'm like, he reminded me of. So yeah,
there was some great jewels, and that's what it's about. It's about building and creating the platform and really reaching out and understanding there's a process to things. And so we hope you pulled that from this great interview.
Yeah. So listen, happy Black History Month and year to you guys. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq Dean.
And this has been Studiosetstage. We'll talk with you guys. We'll see you guys next week.